if you would like to trade out and do public forum presently. I don't know how long the band director recognition report is going to be. I don't picture.
It'll be about 10 minutes.
Okay, so you're very familiar. All right, thank you. So, okay, sure, Councilor Jensen, let's do that. So the three members of the public who have requested to speak, Miriam Reed, Dr. Reed, if you would come forward. Hi, there she is. Kelly Marcatulli, if you would come forward. And then we have Devorah Schwartzman as well.
Members of the council, I'm Miriam Reed. I'm from Ashland, Oregon, and a researcher and a writer. It has been brought to my attention that we who suggest radiation from wireless devices can be harmful, that we who demand a 5G-free Ashland and a moratorium on 5G, that we are considered a fringe group, unbalanced emotionally, a group to be dismissed, a group of crazies. Now, who, I ask you, is promoting this unchecked rollout of 5G? I will tell you who. Men with degrees in business from Harvard and UCLA who intend to make a lot of money. CEOs with the help of lobbyists and corrupt government officials who plot hourly how to make the most money for their stockholders and for themselves. Men whose wireless empire is built on the backs of wireless tower climbers, whose job is one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous job in America, whose lowest workers are paid as little as $20 an hour or given Walmart gift certificates. Now, who is asking for a moratorium on 5G? Scientists, people who work their whole lives trying to understand the world, trying to work for the world, a fringe group of scientists internationally, health professionals, biologists, environmentalists, physicists, epidemiologists, electrical engineers, chemical engineers, scientists who have spent their whole lives studying, working, doctors who care for dying children, herpetologists who document a surprising number of two-headed frogs, individuals who do not draw down the seven-figure salaries of CEOs at Verizon's, scientists who may risk their livelihood by signing a petition that demands a moratorium on 5G. EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, are invisible. Their effects are visible. We can all be grateful to this global fringe group of international scientists who are making and showing us the connection between the two. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Kelly Marcatulli.
Great. May I ask Devorah to go before me? Is that all right?
Actually, I got these in this order. Okay. Would it be okay if you just went ahead and then we'll have Devorah go next?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, Kelly Marcatulli, Ashland, Oregon. Thank you, council members, Mayor Akins, and city staff. I'm here tonight to express my gratitude and my support for this council. After almost 5 full years, we finally are poised to take full control of our rights to a safe haven in Ashland. This local control will come in the form of a protective and lawful telecommunications ordinance. I know how hard this has been, and I know the council has struggled with other critical and contentious matters. But the important thing is that in 2 weeks, this council will have the first reading of this new ordinance, and hopefully 2 weeks from that date, a second reading. And with a vote to confirm it, it should meet the councilors' recommendations. At the October 18th council meeting, when this ordinance was discussed in great detail, each councilor who was present offered very valuable insights. After I scrutinized the meeting again online, I noted these encouraging comments made by various councilors that evening. Quote, "We need to do something as soon as possible to protect ourselves. We have no real process in place that's public knowledge. This issue has gone on for years. The notice only goes to the applicants. I don't want to delay. Let's move sooner rather than later. We need specific telecom advice. Midtown, South Side sounds like redlining. We don't have the expertise in this room right now to aggressively protect, to the fullest extent possible, our ability to determine where these things go. And lastly, the location of a tower is determined by a gap in service. With regards to this last statement, it is prudent and important to remember that a gap in service must be for voice communication, not for data transfer nor 5G. After this productive discussion, the 4 recommendations given to city staff by the council to include in the ordinance were: 1, specify a procedure for a gap in service. 2, notify residents within 1,500 feet. 3, include a pollution exclusion clause. And 4, grant the council the approval to approve permit applications. The last staff direction was to contact Campanelli to determine his availability. And I am not alone in feeling extremely hopeful that Ashland will be the first city in Oregon to take these crucial steps towards self-preservation. All the people you see behind me here tonight, they're wearing black because they support and they stand in solidarity with the council and the incredible progress we are making as a unified community. We can and we will prevail in our efforts to keep local control local, instead of giving the power and control over to telecom bullies. Ashland is a unique gem, and I know we can keep it sacred and healthful by our joint efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Devorah Schwartzman.
Well, I've never spoken in front of the council. I just want to say thank you for all the work you do here. And a client of mine last night told me that this was happening, so I just spontaneously decided to show up and speak from my heart. I've been here for 22 years. I own several properties in Ashland and have rentals here, and I have a 9-year-old child. I'm 52. I had her at 43. And raising my child here is one of the biggest privileges in my life. I had started getting migraines about 2 years ago, and I talked to my electrician, and we talked about internet and Wi-Fi in my house. So I had him hardwire all of my internet so that I could plug in and get Ethernet everywhere, and my migraines went away. I had rashes all over my body, they went away. So for me, it's very personal, and I know that just Wi-Fi itself is pretty damaging, just from personal experience. So my request and my wish is that we do what we did with McDonald's here. We ran McDonald's out of town, and we stand for like a healthy environment here, and I'm really proud that I live in Ashland, in a town where probably we're the only people that ever shut a McDonald's down because there wasn't enough business. I would love to see this place be a place of refuge like it is for everybody, and that people can come here and be like, wow, Ashland's a 5G free. Like, I can go there. There's a lot of people who are really sensitive. And a lot of you who don't even know you're sensitive and won't know until later are children. You know, we don't know what's happening. I am 52, and I've lost so many friends to cancer already. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future here. So I have a lot of concern for the small children and their brains and the exposure to these things we don't know about. I know Slovenia, and they rolled out 5G in Switzerland, and they wouldn't turn it on because in Switzerland they're doing a lot of research because they think there's damaging health happenings. So they aren't turning on their 5G until they've done enough research. So I would love to be one of those towns that represents a 5G free, at least until we know there's no damage, which might be like 50 years from now. But so thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate your unified effort and all of you coming out.